All right, welcome to another episode of Bird Gang Nation Sports Talk. I am your host, Bird Gang 31. And today we got a special guest, Mr. Big Play Slay in the house, man. How you doing, big dog?
I'm doing great, man. How are you? How are you? How's life, man?
I'm doing good, man. They finally got you on here. I told you we gonna
Yes,
do it. We made it happen.
we finally made something happen, man. We've been doing it for we've been talking for a while, and we finally made something happen. So I'm excited.
All right, me too, man. So what you want to jump into? I'll let you here start us off here.
Hey, anything birds related? How I became an Eagles fan? Anything,
Yeah,
man.
there you go. Perfect. How did you become an Eagles fan?
All right, so it's kind of like weird, but at the same time you understand. But like 2012, 2013, so like that's when I was like 5 or 6. So I'm young, but like when I watched the Eagles, like when I was like a kid, Michael Vick was the first player I watched, right? And then the Eagles, I just like admired what they were doing, like that hungry dog mentality that they had. That's really why I wanted to become an Eagles fan because the Eagles, like the fans, are amazing, and then you got Vic, you have McCoy, Deshaun. I just love that team around, and then I became a fan by then. But yeah, that's how I become a fan of the Eagles.
Nice, nice. So you got to so you're one of the lucky ones.
Yeah,
You haven't seen too much of the Eagles losing. Like I'm a old cat, so I
yeah,
watched a lot. It took me a long time. When
yeah,
the Eagles won that Super Bowl, man, I was flipping out going crazy, man, going
yeah.
crazy. It was like a dream come true. I'm like, I made it. I'm
Yeah.
alive, and they did
Yeah,
it.
that 99 season, the Eagles, what were they weren't good, and I could imagine that was a tough season for you, man.
Oh
So
yeah.
that first Super Bowl, whew, that one was surreal.
Yeah, it was awesome, man. Shout out to Brenda. Welcome for joining us today. You're always in the chats giving the love. Love it.
What's up,
So
Brenda?
what are you thinking about Howard? What's your prediction on Howard?
Howard?
Yeah, Xavier Howard.
Oh, Xavier Howard. Oh, I thought you were talking about Jordan Howard.
Yeah, man.
Xavier Howard. Like I want him on the Eagles, but at the same time I don't because I feel like the Dolphins would want too much. They want a lot for him. Because the Eagles and the Dolphins made a trade happen, and we got a lot from them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably gonna be the other way around now. So they gonna want a couple players.
Mm-hmm.
They want a couple picks. And I don't want to do that because like we're rebuilding. But at the same time we want to win games. And
Right.
I feel like you shouldn't get a guy like Xavier Howard on this team. Even though we need a corner, I feel like we're gonna have to give up too much. But I wouldn't mind it because it's just one first. One first. That's not
Yeah.
gonna hurt us. We got two of them next
Yeah.
year. So hey, I wouldn't mind it.
Yeah. I was saying, like I said, I when I read the report, it said something like a package deal would be Zach Ertz in the second round pick. Even I was shocked that they even put that in the report. Like a second round pick all day. Here you go. Take Zach. Hey, we give you Barnett too. Boom. Keep both of them, and still have the first three picks, first round picks next year. That'd be an ideal situation.
Absolutely, man. Like Barnett, like as much as I love him, I wouldn't mind him getting traded off the team because like even how productive he's been injury prone. So I feel like if you get rid of him and get a guy that wants to win right now,
Mm-hmm.
especially with Slay and Howard, that's crazy good. That's gonna be dynamic. I think that's the best in the league if it happens. Those two guys
Yeah,
together, that's good, very good.
that'd be a dream come true, man. We start talking about because I'm already big. Like I said, 12-5. The Eagles going 12-5 this year, and that's definitely playoffs. But if we had Howard, man, I'm talking. We start talking Super Bowl, baby. We're going to the bowl this year, baby. Do you think we're one or two pieces away?
I think we're close. I feel like we just need players on that defense. We need a couple guys in that secondary, and maybe a couple players on offense. That are like our wide receivers. They're talented, but they're also young.
Mm-hmm.
We need a couple proven receivers, like guys like any receiver that's proven. To be honest with you, But I think this receiving core is talented. But I just feel like that secondary is like gonna kill us this year. But I feel like we're a couple pieces away right now. I don't think we're gonna make it to the bowl. But hey, in the future, we're definitely making the bowl. There's no
Right?
question about that.
Yeah. But with the whole secondary, do you think that the whole secondary as a whole is bad? I like, Slay, I like Harris, and I like, either McLeod if he doesn't start, then Kevon. I think those are some really good, solid pieces there.
Yeah, I don't think the secondary is bad. I just feel like that one position, CB2, that's killing us right now.
Mhm.
Slay, he's out there by himself on an island, and then you got that other position, CB2. No one's there. So I feel like if you get one guy over there, I feel like our secondary is very underrated. We heard some talks about Steven Nelson, Xavier Howard, and guys like that. I wouldn't mind it. That's exactly what I want.
Give me your rundown on the two or some of the youngsters that we do have over there, like Zach Mcpherson. Have you seen any highlights on him, or have you seen anything you liked about him?
Yeah, I like Mcpherson. I watched like a couple plays when he was at Texas Tech,
Mhm.
and I think he was ranked like one in like a statistic for like just like his division. He was the number one ranked corner in this division.
Okay.
That's kind of crazy to me, but I saw a couple highlights of him. He showed me what he can do. He's nitty gritty. He can coverage. He can cover people.
Hmm.
That's something the Eagles need because if you standing back there and you can't guard, then I'm sorry, you're gonna get burned easily. But yeah, I think McPherson's a beast. He's a young guy, so I hope they don't start him too early because Maddox last year, Metcalf, those games against him, he got killed. So I don't want to see that happen to him. I want to give McPherson time, and then when he's ready, I think I'm gonna put him up there at CB2. But we got some feisty young corners. But yeah, that's something good.
Yeah, with JG, I think, like I said, I think a lot of people is just used to what the Eagles been doing at the secondary spot, and you got to realize with that scheme, you can put a good person out there and he might look bad. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited to see what JG brings. Since he is a CB guru, and like I said in a couple of videos, I wouldn't even mind letting Mcpherson go ahead and get his lumps now this year. You know what I'm saying? Get his game because he could shock us all and actually be with something. There are good cornerbacks that come in, ball out the first year, so you never know. We could have a diamond in the rough there.
Absolutely, man. I think there's a couple players that like need a little bit help, but last year with the Sticks defense with Jim Schwartz,
Mm-hmm.
it kind of hurt some of those players because I feel like if they were to be like in a different situation where they had a better scheme, they probably would have played better. It's just when you stand back there by yourself and you're just like 10 yards away from the receiver, they're going to
Mm-hmm.
beat you because they already know what they're thinking. They already know the play. So I feel like if you're not 10 yards away from the receiver, then some of these corners can be some dogs and hungry. So I feel like they got a chance and they definitely could do something this year.
Okay, what do you think about like people like Jaquet? You
Oh,
know?
yeah, I think Jaquette, he's gonna surprise some people this year
Mm-hmm.
because one game against Dallas, that doesn't prove anything. He only played like 2, 3, 4 games.
Mm-hmm.
So if you give him a whole season to work with, I feel like he can do better. But you got to see more because he did good against DeAndre Hopkins, and
Yeah.
that's the best receiver in the NFL. So if he can do good against DeAndre Hopkins, what can he do against other receivers?
Mm-hmm.
That's something that excites me, because some of these guys can cover, but one game when they show you something that can show you a lot, especially against the best receiver in the NFL.
Yeah, you big play Slay. So give me a breakdown on Slay.
I think he's gonna have like at least 5 interceptions this year, man. I think Gannon's not gonna put him on the island by himself this year. He's gonna be locking a couple players down. That's what we want from him. It's big play Slay up in here, but I think if you don't put him on the island by himself, I think he's gonna be better this year.
Nice. So those games were just a fluke, right? Or not even a fluke. I always say like Adams scores on everybody. You know, Adamson scored on everybody. So he had 18 touchdowns. So why do you expect, him not to score on Slay?
Absolutely, man. Like other than Metcalf and Adams, he did good against every other receiver. So give him more time. Don't put him on the island by himself. He can do good. Especially in a better defense now.
Nice. Who's your surprise player to watch that you got an eye on this year?
I'd have to say, maybe on offense or defense, just like the entire team.
Give me one from each.
All right, bet. Offense, I'm gonna say Quez Watkins or maybe Fulgham, to be honest with you. Any of those receivers, but Quez Watkins, I think he can be receiver 3. To be honest with you, he can go up to 3. You said it best. Like you made a video about it. He can go up to 3 if he has the chance to. Because Rager, if he's not healthy, then he can go up to 3. And Watkins, he got potential. He's a speed demon, and you just use him on an end around fake or something. He can just blow up, and I think he got potential. But defense, that's a tough one. But I'm gonna say that's a big one. I'm gonna say Kevon Wallace.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Kevon Wallace because you give him a full season now. Not just he had some experience last year when he played the Saints, the Niners. He showed something he can do. So I think if you give him more time this year, I think he's gonna be better. I think I would have to say Wallace on defense.
Yeah, Wallace is definitely. I'm looking for him to do big things this year too. You know what I'm saying? Especially if we don't get McLeod in the beginning of the season. But my surprise player is going to be Jacoby Stevens. What do you think about Stevens over there? Because I think with our hybrid defense that we should be running, that he'll be that good, like what that kind of at that linebacker spot that covers slot receivers and stuff like that going into the in our defense this year.
Yeah, I think Stevens has a chance to be a beast. You saw what he could do in LSU. He's a 2-position player, linebacker, safety. So if you use him like that, then you can see that hybrid role. And I think he could show what he can do this year. He could really be a steal because you saw some plays on film from him last year, and he showed what he can do. Because he can play, if he's a 2-position player and he can play 2 positions in the NFL, that's going to be something that's going to be something to watch out for, especially, what is he, like a 6th, 7th round pick?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if he can go out and play 2 positions in the NFL, then I think he could do good in the NFL.
Yeah, I got big hopes for Stevens this year. Like I say, he's one of them underrated players that not too many people are even talking about. And I really think that, they're going to be surprised to see how much PT he gets this year. So
I agree, man. I totally agree.
Man, what you thinking about? How you feeling about the Ertz situation? Is it time for Ertz to go?
Bro, man, like I just want him off this team. Like, can we they won't let us know what's gonna happen to him because they've been saying he will be traded. He won't. I don't know what's going on. So why not trade him? Just do it. Like you've said it countlessly. They will trade Ertz, and it hasn't happened yet. And I feel like if you tell us a better situation for him, I think you gotta trade him. But I think you cut him because you save $8.5 million in cap.
Yeah, exactly. Shout out to Philly Girl 76. Thank you for joining us. She has a question for you, Big Play. She says, "Do you play football?"
I play it regularly, but I don't take it serious. But when I play, I try to take it serious because it's a fun sport. Definitely, man. I try here and there, but I'm not that good at it. But at receiver, that's really where I do good at.
Come on, play or something.
Yeah,
I'm really good. But
yeah. I try, man. I try.
Right. You Pop Warner need or on a team right now?
No, not right now. Not right now. I'm trying to play basketball next year. For my high school team. So. Yeah.
What, you're a freshman next year?
No, I'm a freshman right now. Last year now I was in 8th grade, so now I'm going to the 9th grade, so I'm a freshman.
All right, big high school, baby.
Yeah.
Wait, at number 2, go play some CB, baby.
Yes, sir.
How much you weighing? You got some weight behind you?
Hey, I need to get stronger this year. I've been working on me myself this year. Trying to get stronger. That's the goal.
That's good. Let's see.
He says you kid. She says you kid. I'm rooting for you. Get luck on your channel. Thank you. Thank you.
Right? So
Yeah.
yeah, you're watching all these highlights and stuff. That might help your game out. You know what I'm saying? Watching all this Devontae Smith. How fast are you?
I think I can run a 4 for something like I think I'm I think I can but my knees they kind of screw me here and there, but I think I'm pretty fast. When I was a kid I was super fast. I lost some of it, but I'm still pretty fast. But yeah, I can run pretty fast.
Nice. Nice. What up, Philly Joe? How you doing, big dog?
What's up, Joe Castro? How you doing?
Hit that like while you're in here, my dog. But yeah, Slay said he got the burners, baby. He's coming for us, and he's going to get drafted in the next 6 years, and I will be his agent. Let's go, Slay. Yeah.
Bro, I'm the next Tyreek Hill, bro.
There we go. Tyreek Hill. That's nice, man. Nice. So, let's go with the running back, Slay. How you feel about our backs this year, buddy?
I'm excited about the running back group because like you have a lot of young guys in the running back depth chart, but like at the same time you got a lot of players that are injury prone. But if you give them like a chance, I feel like they could be better. Like Kerryon Johnson, he's been nicked up here and there. Mm-hmm. So now if he's productive enough, I think he can be better. Johnson, I feel like if you give him a chance, then you got something in them. But the running backs, I like them. Sanders, I think he could be a Pro Bowler.
Yes,
I definitely think he can be a Pro Bowler. Mm-hmm. I think last year he was held away from what he can actually do. He could have been used so much more, but Doug Peterson didn't want to use him. So now if Sirianni and Steichen want to use him correctly, I think he can be really good. But I'm excited about these running backs.
Yeah, man. Like I think, like same with you, man. Pro Bowl player this year. He's definitely going in the Pro Bowl. And like you said too, we passed the ball 56 times a game. So it's like he didn't have the opportunity. That's why I kind of don't like any rating that has him low in it right now. You gotta look at even the small stuff that he did do. You know what I'm saying? When he did get the ball, you seen the big special plays he was able to do.
Like the Saints game, the Steelers game, the Ravens game, bro. He caught fire. It's just that like something that the old coaching staff did when a player caught fire, like Fulgham, Sanders, maybe even Djax or a couple players, they used them, but they didn't use them throughout the whole game. That's something that's not good. You got to use them the entire game if they're getting hot.
Oh yeah, because imagine how many yards he would have had in that Saints game. He would have kept going,
Bro,
other games, man. That guy was going off 80-yard runs. When you can do that, not just once. Like they say, once is luck, second's coincidence, but third time you do it, it's skill. And that boy definitely got skill running that route.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, man. Like he has potential. Like that's what people don't understand. Like some of the running backs that MJD had over Sanders, it's like what? Like you didn't see what he did when he had the ball with him. You got to give him some respect. Yeah. I feel like if you utilize him enough, then he has potential. He definitely got potential. But I expect him to be either in the Pro Bowl or close to it this year.
Okay, well, the top 3 on the roster. Considering if you want to put Kerryon in that top 3, Kerryon, Sanders, and Gainwell. Let's talk about some of the younger ones, like Jason Huntley or, Holyfield or Killins. Do you see any of those making a splash to push for a roster spot?
I could see Holyfield making it because he's been in the system for a couple of years. He just hasn't gone on the field enough. But I think if we're just basing it off of those 3, it's either Holyfield or Huntley, and then I will pick Holyfield because he's been in the system longer.
Nice. What about Scott or Howard?
Scott, I don't see him making it. I'm sorry.
You done?
He's done. He's done to me.
Oh man, no more Scott on the team. He played good that Super Bowl year, but I feel you too. I see we probably keep 4. You got Sanders, Johnson, Gainwell, and then probably Howard.
Yeah.
if he's healthy, because we see Howard stayed out a whole season because of stinger, and that ain't good. That ain't good. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be a little bit stronger than that, a little bit more,
Yeah.
reliable on stinger keeping you out all year.
Yeah. Like, I love Scott with like a passion because he's like one of those guys, like those smaller guys that can ball out anytime.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like there's too much running backs for him to get on that field. So I think some of these younger guys might beat him out. But I still think you got to give him the edge because he's still got the experience. But I don't see it. I just don't see it happening. And if Howard the stingers keep happening, man, I'm sorry. He's
Yeah.
all yeah. They cut him real quickly in Miami. So
Yeah, and I just think like once we drafted Gainwell, that kind of pushed Howard out because that's kind of the role he would be playing if he did stay on the team. Either that he's going to be a practice guy, practice squad guy. I don't know if he wants to do that because I do think he does have talents, and he might want to take those talents elsewhere.
yeah, I agree with you. I think if it's like those just two running backs, if like injuries don't happen to them or anything, they can make the team. It's just that they have to beat some guys. And that's why I think Nick Sirianni talks about position. I mean, like competition a lot
Mm-hmm.
because it makes players better. I think that's what these guys want. They need to compete and just stay healthy. That's those two things. They if you have to earn your job, and then you got to stay healthy. That's one good thing, and also stay in shape. Because that's one thing that gets you injured. So yeah.
What do you think about Nick? How you like Nick so far?
Man, I love Nick. That's my guy right there. Nick Sirianni, I think he's gonna be an awesome head coach. Because I feel like he's a smart head coach. So if he's smart enough, then he's gonna translate a lot of things on the field. I think people aren't giving him respect because he hasn't coached yet. But we gotta remember when we hired Doug Peterson, he didn't have any coaching experience,
Nope.
and we didn't show him any love in that first year. So Sirianni, you could say the same thing, but you gotta show him some love because if you did it to Peterson, then can't do it to Sirianni.
We've done it pretty much to all of our coaches, the
Yeah.
last couple of them. Andy Reid was the same way. He was an offensive line coach. And everybody, what? He had an offensive line coach? Like, what's he going to do for us? You know what I'm saying? But he took us for 5 straight NFC championships, and that's something impressive. Dougie P got us a nice little Super Bowl ring. So, yeah, I think everybody's going to be really shocked with the record this year just for the simple fact is the unpredictability. You don't know what he's about to bring to us. We can even say he's going to bring that coast offense. We can say he's going to mix the coast offense with San Diego's offense, but we really don't know. It could be neither one of the two. You know what I'm saying? It could be something totally brand new that we've never even seen before. Kind of like when Chip Kelly brought his little Oregon offense here. You know what I'm saying? And excited the league and took the league by storm. So
Yeah. Like I feel like if you have a mix of like young coaching staffs where like it's just like everyone has open minds, like they think about the game as a whole, but like they also want to like have their ideas installed into the system. I feel like if you like put that in perspective, then this offensive coaching staff, this defensive coaching staff, it's gonna be something special. It's especially if it were for the Doug Peterson coaching staff. If they won a Super Bowl, then I don't want to say this coaching staff will win a Super Bowl, but if the Doug Peterson coaching staff can do it, and if this coaching staff is smart enough to do it, man, they can get us far.
yeah, because if they do what they say they're going to do is switch it up every week, game by game, then you won't have time to ever pick up on anything, and we're going to just be winning. Winning. Like I think I said 12-5, but when we did that show, I was looking at my hand at the end of the game. I was like, wait, I only have us losing 3 games. You know what I'm saying? Because besides Tampa Bay, and I think both of these two teams I believe we can beat, but besides Tampa Bay and the Chiefs, I don't really see no one that's a guaranteed beat us on the schedule.
I 1000% agree with you. Some of those like teams they can beat us, but it's not a guaranteed. We can compete with them. No, there's no like question or answers to say that they can just like easily beat us. But it's not true. We have talent on offense and defense, so it's going to be hard for them to beat us because not every game is easy. It's anything can happen in a game. Anything can happen. So
Yeah.
Last year, if you look at the Saints game, we won, and that tells you anything can happen.
Mm-hmm.
So the Chiefs and Bucks, we feel like we're gonna lose that game, but anything can happen. So we never know. But as far as the rest of the schedule, there's no guaranteed loss, a guaranteed win for the other team. So I expect this team to compete this year very well.
And what do you think about our division? What do you see our division record going?
And our division is so iffy. Like it's good, but at the same time it's like weird. Like last year our division was trash, and then the year before that it was Eagles Cowboys like every single year. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be a little different now because Washington got better and New York got a little better. So I think it's gonna be harder for us to win the division, but I think we definitely can. We can. T.O. even said it himself, Terrell Owens.
Mm-hmm.
He said we can win the division. He said, yes, we are going to win the division. So I think that's one thing you have to put in perspective. But Washington, they scare me because their offense is talented enough to where they can shock our defense. The defense, that scares me a lot. The D line, that scares me a lot. The secondary, they don't worry me in there. With their secondary, the Giants offense, it's gotten improved. Defense, it's good. Dallas offense, good. Defense, iffy. And then you look at us, it's kind of the same way. Good defense, good offense, weird defense. So I think Washington wins it. Giants follow up V3. So yeah.
Oh wow, nice. So, well, what do you think about Dak? Do you think he's gonna be the old Dak from the past or a new Dak that just got paid?
I think Dak. I think those first 3 games, I don't see him coming back to the same, man. Like, I think he has to get some like improvement, and like he has to know what he's doing on that field, before he can start running and the ball enough. Because last year the way he injured his legs because he took the ball and ran with it, so he has to get some like he has to like go on that field and like know what he's doing on it. He knows what he's doing, but like he has to get a feel before he can just like start running off with the ball again. But man, I think he could have a good season, but I want to see how he bounces back from it.
What up, Coach? Thanks
Yes,
for
sir.
joining us. You know,
Dante, what's good,
yeah,
man?
we had a nice, live earlier. Thanks for
Mhm.
spending time stopping by, checking us out. Everybody hit that like. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to my boy Big Play Slay if you haven't subscribed to him. You know what I'm saying? But what were you saying? We're talking about the Cowboys, right? Yes. So Dak. Now,
Mhm.
I think Dak, yeah, like you said, he might not be, that great this year.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to put him on the pedestal, but like I said, there's a lot of players that after getting that big contract, their game slides. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? As game started going down, Zeke, one of them, Carson's one of them. A lot of players you can get, the list goes on and on. Of after
Mhm.
they get paid, they're not as good in the league. You know what I'm saying? Plus,
Mhm.
you're throwing in, he broke his ankle pretty bad. Like,
Yeah.
time you
Yeah.
got to bang your leg on the ground to
It,
hope you
it,
try to get back in spot, and you know there's a problem going on. So,
yeah, it
what do you
definitely
think about
sucks.
that?
I feel like we're gonna be better than Dallas this year. I think we're 3 and they're 4. They're at the bottom of that division. Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't. Their defense doesn't scare me. Like, I think their offense is always going to be lethal. But Zeke is regressing. Amari Cooper's overrated, in my opinion. CeeDee Lamb, he's going to get better, of course. Gallup, he's underrated. Tight ends, they got some solid tight ends. Offensive line, that's regressing for them. It's getting older.
Yeah.
So if you look at their defenses improved, but the offenses are still going to play around with that defense. So yeah, I think they're going to be at the bottom of the division.
Okay. Now, how do you feel about the rest of the NFL? NFC aside,
Mhm.
tell me some players or some players. I mean, some players and some teams that you're gonna be looking out for this year.
The Chargers. That's definitely one team I'm looking out for this year. We play them, so it's going to be a fun game in that one. The Chargers. If the Broncos add Aaron Rodgers to their team, bro.
If
Oh
anybody
yeah.
had Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, that's gonna be special for them. But they just need one quarterback, and then they can do something. But the Chiefs, the Bucks, the Bills, Browns, they all scare me. They are just so good. The Titans, that's the team to worry about. The Colts, the NFC, I don't think there's the Cardinals. Maybe that's one team in the NFC.
How do you think the Colts are going to do with Carson this year? You think Carson gonna go to form? Done
Yeah,
being a great
I
coach.
think I think he will. Yeah. Yeah, I think he will just I don't think he will go back to form. I think he'll be okay. I think he'll facilitate the offense. He has to play 75% of the snaps. If we want that first round pick, then you got to play the 75% of the snaps.
We got to root for Carson until then, right?
Yeah, we got to root for him. Yeah, until then, when he's off our books, Colts, that's your problem.
Your problem, right?
But I don't think he'll be back to form. I think it's going to take a while for him to get back there. Like Frank Reich said, they don't want him to be the same 2017 Carson once again. Like what the Eagles want with Jalen Hurts, they don't want him to be an MVP caliber player. They just want him to be good. They want him to like handle the offense, do the little things to get him there, and then help them win some games. That's what the Colts want with Wentz.
Yeah, W's come before any stats for sure.
Yeah.
And if, like you said, you hope for them to just be good, run the offense, stay in, tune with the receivers. But guess what? Sometimes when you do that, you end up that MVP candidate by the end of the year. The stats pile up. And I see Hurts being a dark horse MVP candidate if everything goes right this year.
I agree with you, man. Like, I feel like Hurts, everyone's doubting him. Like, this entire team's getting doubted on.
Yeah.
Let's prove him wrong. That's something I want to do. Hurts, man. I think he'll have like 25 touchdowns to like 14 interceptions, maybe. I don't think that's a bad season. I think that's a really good season, to be honest with you. That's a solid season. 9 touch, like at least 9 rushing or 8 rushing touchdowns, and then maybe like 3,700 yards, something like that. But I'm expecting a lot from this kid.
How bad of a year does Hurts have to have for you to say we need to move on from him?
That's a good question. I'd have to see something on that field. I think like at least a Carson Wentz type of season. If he has that type of season, you're off the team. I'm sorry. If you have a Wentz type of season like last year, like you throw 16 touchdowns to like 15 or more interceptions,
Bye.
Hit the highway, you're off the team. Yeah.
Hypothetically speaking, if we did get rid of Hurts, who would be your number one quarterback to bring? Would you want to draft one of the ones out of next year's draft? Or would you want to try to get one of the likes of Rodgers, what's his name, Watson, or even like Russell Wilson?
I would have to say Watson because he's younger. And if we want to go like down in like the rebuild mode, we want to start off with a young quarterback. Aaron Rodgers, Wilson, they're older guys, but out of those 3, I'm going Watson because he's younger. He's really good. Like, look this man's stats, he's really good. And he might need to like we might have to just give up 1 or 2 first-round picks because he's not going to play this year. That's what I'm looking at. I don't think he's going to play this year. So if he doesn't play this year, then man, we can hit the jackpot, and he only might be 1 or 2 first-round picks, and then we save another first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm hoping we don't have to do that. I'm hoping they prove us right. We can use those picks on some other position as needed.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm rooting for.
How do you feel about what happened to Sherman? Because was he ever on your list as a CB to get this year?
I think he was because Sherman, like that's one guy that I always wanted, and I think he was always on my list. I feel like he was on my list because he's better than every CB2 we have. So if you get a guy like Sherman, then man, I think he could have done better than every other CB2 we have. So yes, he was on my list. Now if he fixes the arrestings and situations, I think the Eagles might get him for cheap.
Yeah, I don't even know if he's on. I might think he might even be done this year. I've seen it last. Richard Sherman.
Yeah, I agree, man. I think he's better than the players that we have at CB2 other than Slay. He would
Especially,
make. Yeah, you can go.
especially playing a new defense. We play a little bit more zone or something. Richard Sherman would do great. You know what I'm saying? He's older, so you don't have to worry about him being in lightning
Yeah,
speed. You
I
know,
agree. I
he's really smart.
totally agree. Yeah. If you look at him, he just plays zone, so he doesn't always have to be up a man against a receiver. Um, he will be in that zone, so he will never have to get beat down the field as much because the teams that we play, other than the Chiefs and the Chargers, they're not going to run like deep balls every single time. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at.
Nice, nice. Yeah, man. What would you think about if we traded Ertz to the Colts for Xavier Rhodes? Or is that his name?
Xavier Rhodes.
Xavier Rhodes.
That will be a steal for us. I hope we do that because that will be a steal. Because Xavier Rhodes has talent, he has experience. Put him next to Slay, then that's going to be an underrated CB duo. Because Rhodes, he's going back with Gannon. That's the guy that helped him back to form, that got him back to form. Because in like 2019, 2018, when he was still on the Vikings, he wasn't doing that good. And then when he went to the Colts, he got better because of Jonathan Gannon. He's our defensive coordinator now. So I think that can work really good.
Yeah, he's a little older, but I think we should give him a try. Like, I really think we should get someone just for the next year or two. Enough time to draft a cornerback next year, and then let that draft pick not have to worry about getting rushed into it. Who knows? Mcpherson might even be, pick up enough to be the starter after that. But maybe even draft a cornerback in the first round next year, and Mcpherson be your two replacement cornerbacks, 2 years down the road.
Man, I agree, man. Totally agree.
So, yeah, man. What do you think about us practicing with the Patriots and the Jets?
I think it's good because Patriots, they're one team that could be good this year. They could be good or bad. So if you practice with them, that shows if the Eagles are legit this year, and then the Patriots can say what they think about the Eagles. If they've gotten better, if they improved or not. I think it's going to be good for us this year, especially for Jalen Hurts, because if Gilmore's still on the Patriots and we have to throw the ball against him in joint practice, then yeah, I think it's going to work.
Yeah, man. And a lot of people, I don't know which side you're on, if you're more of a Brady did it or a Belichick did it, but I'm more of a Belichick did it type guy. You know what I'm saying? Because this show when Brady got hurt that year, that quarterback came in and he definitely, did what he threw for close to 5,000 yards, and they still won 11 games. So I think it was more of the system, not taking too much away from Tom Brady. He's one of the best, but I don't really consider him the best. And last year, the Patriots played with half their team, opting out for COVID. So, if you look at that, you can't really say that, oh, it was Tom Brady just because he won the Super Bowl. Belichick didn't have half his team, and they still almost made the playoffs with Cam Newton at quarterback. So,
And that was the first two games where Newton was doing good.
Mhm.
So if he can do that, if he did that the entire season with no COVID, he probably would have been better. And I think it honestly could have been Belichick because, what was it, at 2012, 22? One of those seasons, Brady got hurt. 2008 was the season.
Mhm.
I remember one quarterback that came up for him. He was a backup.
Mhm.
He was on the Chiefs before, I think, and then he
I
went
think he
to
was the Chiefs after, didn't he?
yeah,
He
he went to the Chiefs
got that
after.
bad contract.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's
So
why.
yeah.
But
So
yeah,
he went to the Chiefs, and then when that 2008 season happened, he played way over expected. No one didn't expect him to play that good.
Mm-hmm.
So it's surprising that he played that good. And I feel like if it's not Belichick, then it must have been just Brady being that good. But I think it has to be the system, because systems kind of make quarterbacks at times. Because if you look at this year, Daniel Jones is good. It's because of the system, not him just being good.
Mm-hmm.
You can say that about a lot of quarterbacks. It's the system, not always that one specific player. Because you take the system away and put a new system in that they're not familiar with, and it's going to be harder for them. But Belichick, I would say he takes most of the credit.
Yeah, because you look at, he did pretty good with Bledsoe, and Jimmy G was undefeated every time he played, when he was on the Patriots. So, it is a system too, because like if you go to a team like the 49ers, they had, Joe Montana, and then what? Steve Young came in and kept going.
Mhm.
And it was a good
Yeah,
system and it worked, and they won championships. So, yeah,
absolutely, man.
I think Brady needed that all-star team
Hmm.
that he got to win the Super Bowl.
Hmm.
Brady would have went to a normal team, and I think that's another reason why Brady took all them pay cuts. Everybody's like, "Oh, Brady's so awesome!" He took all these pay cuts. I think he just knew inside, and they told him, if you were to get traded to any other team, you wouldn't be winning these rings you win it. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And he knew that he need money to keep the team good, and pay all
Hmm.
the good players on the team. So he took less money, because it was less money, but it was still like what, 15, $20 million a year. That's still a lot
Yeah,
of money.
yeah.
He might not be like, he gets endorsement money, he gets all kind of other money, so he didn't have to worry about taking the number one quarterback spot for the money.
Mm.
He's
Yeah.
more of a team player, they said.
One thing I will say is that I think Brady he kind of helped the receivers at times, because they didn't have any good receivers other than probably Randy Moss and Julian Edelman and a
Well,
couple guys. Yeah, yeah, and Walker. What's called? I forgot about him.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was a late round pick. I don't think he got drafted. But yeah, Wes Welker, that's one guy. So other than those guys, the late end of Brady's career, he wasn't like really having to throw to receivers
Mm-hmm.
at times. So it's kind of crazy that he did that good, but it's some of that was most because of the system.
And Gronk too. You
Yeah,
know,
and
remember
Gronk.
Gronk and Hernandez together
Yes.
before Hernandez went crazy and did some stupid stuff with his life. But
Hmm.
hey, like he's had some pieces, like I said, but he's always had a good defense, and see, that's what it is. Defense wins championships. Offense puts the fans in the stand type thing. You know what I'm saying? And Belichick always makes sure he got some really good defensive players out there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I feel like Belichick, he makes players better than what they really are.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Gilmore, that one season that he had, no one expected him to be that good, and he was just that good because some of that was because of the system that he's in. What they were running.
Or was that just defensive player of the year?
He was the defense player of the year, I
Mm-hmm.
think. Yeah, so if he can win defensive player of the year, then that shows you, if Newman played in the entire season last year, he could have done really good. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
some of that was with Belichick.
Shout out to Mac 10. Yeah, we talked about that earlier. I think our running game's going to be really good. I think we could be, if not the top rushing attack in the league this year, one of the tops. We just have too much speed and too much weapons on in that backfield. If you add in Jalen Hurts too, like I see Jalen going for over, with the extra game, I'm gonna say close to 4,000 yards and over 1,000 yards rushing with combined over 40 touchdowns.
I agree, man. Like,
Mhm.
I think, what's it called? Like, our running game has so much potential, and not only that, but Sanders and Hurts in the backfield together,
Mhm.
that's going to be stupid good. Like,
Mhm.
that's going to be very dangerous because if Hurts can run at any time, so
Mhm.
if you got a guy like Sanders, then he's going to generate so much. Especially with those two guys together, Sanders and Hurts can just make this dynamite duo, and I think that's very good for a guy like Hurts because he's gonna throw the ball as much as he can, and he's gonna try really good, and I think he'll have a good season. And then if you have Sanders and Hurts in the backfield together,
Mhm.
that's gonna create so much attention. And then you're gonna have guys like Smith open, Rager, Fulgham, Goddard. Everyone's gonna be open because of that dangerous backfield. So I'm excited about the running game.
Big up to MG Nas. Thanks for
Yes,
stopping by. You guys hit
sir.
that like and subscribe if you're not subscribed to either one of our channels. We put out great Eagles content all the time. Big Play Slay is everywhere all the time. That's why I knew I had to get him on the show. You
Mm.
know, and
MG is my boy. That's my boy right there. He's one of my friends, so
oh, nice.
I'm kind of surprised he joined. Yeah.
Hey, supporting your boy. That's what's up. Now, speaking of Devontae Smith, you know, the new Devontae Smith is you, Big Play. I'm really looking out for you to play some football in high school. But let's talk about the Slim Reaper. How good do you have a season do you think he can have this year?
I think he's having 1,000 yards. I'm gonna be honest. I think he's gonna be the best rookie receiver in the NFL this season
Mm-hmm.
because you have Waddle, who's in a tight knit situation. He has Waddle, Gasecki. He has Devontae Parker,
Mm-hmm.
and then Tua has to go to everyone else. So it's gonna be hard for him to get the ball. And then not only that, but what's the other receiver? Jamar Chase. He has Boyd, Higgins, and then you have Joe Mixon. So it's going to be a lot of attention going to those guys too. And then I feel like Smith is going to be the only receiver, like the number one receiver already on the team. So he's going to get a lot of the attention this year, for being wide receiver one. So I think he's going to have 1,000 yards, off the rip.
Yeah, you think he could be better than Justin Jefferson last year?
That's I'm not gonna go that far, but I don't want to say that. I think he has the potential too, though. I definitely think he has the potential too because he won the Heisman last year, and he had like I don't even remember the stats, but it was so good, like
Ridiculous.
20 touchdowns in one season, like
In the
that.
national championship game, he had over 303 tubs, at halftime or something like that.
Yes, that's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
If he can do that, then he definitely can try to do that on the field and translate on the field. So I think he can definitely go over 1,000 this year. But
That's why
um,
I don't understand when people say that they don't think he's as good as, a Chase, a Jefferson, or
yeah,
that he played in the same division as those guys and he produced at a higher rate than all those guys. So I'm confused. I think he's better than all of them. Like I
yeah,
would have took him over. The only person out of the draft this year that I probably wouldn't have took him over is Waddle,
mm,
their teammates. But, I like Waddle, just his upside, his explosion. I think he's a little bit faster. He's a little bit bigger. You know what I'm saying? So that might translate to the NFL better. But I am happy that we got Smith in the first round pick because Smith in the first round pick is better than just Waddle by himself.
absolutely, man. I think he could be the best receiver this for rookies this year. I think he will be because he's already receiver one.
Mm-hmm.
So if he's receiver one, then the other two they're gonna be like receiver two or three because they all have attention on their team.
Mm-hmm.
But man, Smith, I still can't believe we got him. That day I was going nuts because people don't understand how many Eagles fans, like us Eagles fans, and we never have receivers of his capabilities.
Mm-hmm.
So if we get opportunity getting him on our team, that's something crazy for us.
Was he your number one pick if we would have stayed at 6?
I think I would have picked him at 6 probably. Because on the board, who was on the board? Sewell was on the board. Penne, that I would have probably gone both sides, but Smith probably I would have still took him at 6. Waddle, we can still have a debate with that because Waddle, he is a really productive receiver, but
Mm-hmm.
health kind of scares me about him. Um, but I would have took Smith at 6.
Nice, nice. Not a cornerback. You wouldn't have wanted. Who was that? Who was there around that time? What's the core? JC. No, no,
Horn,
not.
Horn,
Name the cornerback from South Carolina.
JC Horn,
Horn. Yeah, Horn Jr. was there. We had
Patrick Surtain.
Alabama.
Yeah, Surtain.
Sertain was there.
We had Micah Parsons there.
I
We had
wasn't
a
too
couple
big
guys.
on Micah Parsons, but
Yeah,
those other two, we could have picked up a cornerback then and already filled the spot.
I agree, man. Like,
Mm-hmm.
there was a lot of guys we could have took, but Smith was the best pick for us right there.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Well, yeah, man. The season's coming up quick, man. The season's coming up real quick, man. And are you gonna be able? Are you gonna be watching all the games? So you have like the Sunday ticket. Are you gonna be watching your Birds every? Well, I guess you're there, so they come local there, huh? On TV there.
Oh yeah, I'm in the East Coast, so they should be there. Like, but I'm in New York, so it's probably gonna be like only in Philadelphia. But I could go to a couple games this year if I have the chance to. But right now, little questionability. But I think man, I'm watching every single game. I don't care if we lose. The Chiefs game, Bucks game. I don't care if we lose those games. I'm still watching my team. That's the mindset. I'm excited to watch the Birds this year.
Okay. Well, I asked this to all my guests. Give me your starting all-time Eagles lineup. And everybody's got, we know some guests from the old school, that threw out a lot of old school players. And I know you're more of a younger cat, so I want to see how your list shapes up.
Yeah, the cornerback position, that one's going to be hard. So I'm going to go offense first. Quarterback, I'm going to say Randall Cunningham. That dude's a beast. Gunslinger. If you go watch his highlights back in the day, this dude's rolling out and throwing launchers down to the other side. Like, man, he was a beast back in his day.
He's the first Vic.
Yeah.
Before there was Vic, there was Cunningham. People don't forget about that.
Yeah.
I'm still shocked he's not in the Hall of Fame yet. People need to stop tripping and get my boy in.
Facts, man. They don't understand how good he really was.
Mm-hmm.
That dude was an animal. Running back, I'll have to say either Brian Westbrook or Shady McCoy.
Mm-hmm.
I might throw Shady McCoy at one. Maybe I'll say Westbrook two,
Okay.
and then Staley three.
Ooh, yeah, that's a nice three-headed monster there.
That's a really good one. I'm gonna say for the receivers, I'm gonna say Owens, D-Jax, Jeremy Maclin, Harold Carmichael. That's a big one. That I want to see one of those ones. Tight end, I'd have to say Ertz and Selleck.
Yeah.
Offense, I don't know the offensive line as much, so I might go with the guys that I have right now.
Leave the guys we got started.
Yeah,
that works for me. Do you
but
know any of the old ones besides the ones we have here? Like, did you watch?
I know a couple. Like I don't know who.
Hank Fraley, Evan Mathis, JPP. In his early days, you know about Trey Thomas.
Yeah, I know Jason Peters.
I know Jason Peters. That was the only one. Okay. So we're throwing in the current Eagles line for Mr. Big Play Slay. Let's go defense, Slay. Are you there? Houston, we have a problem. Big Play Slay is off the record. How is everybody doing in the chat? Big shout out to all you guys.
I had to go.
Hit that like, baby. Hit that like.
Yeah, my bad. For offensive line, we were at right. JP, we have to go. Jason Peters, left tackle. There was this guy in 2003 for Donovan McNabb. He was like that left swing guy. He was like the blind side protector for him. And then maybe Jason Kelsey at center. You always have to throw him there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but that's as far as the offensive line, man.
You're talking about Todd.
What's up?
Are you talking about Todd Hermans?
Todd Hermans? No, I'm talking about Jason Kelsey.
When you said that guy that was blocking for Donovan McNabb.
Oh, like the blindside protection part? I think it may be him. Yeah.
We have
let's go defense.
Go defense.
Let's go.
Defensive line first.
Defensive line always got to start with there. Reggie White, you already know that's that defensive end right there. Jerome Brown, defensive tackle.
Yeah.
You got to always throw Fletcher Cox at defensive tackle too.
Nice.
maybe one him actually, and then Brown too. But I'm gonna flip flop it because Brown, he was a beast.
Yeah, he
Um,
died way too early.
yeah. The defensive end too, I would have to say. I might have to say, I might have to say Brandon Graham because in 7 years he's done so much, 8, 10 years, something like that. He's done so much in that little span.
Hmm.
For the Eagles, and he gave us that strip sack that won us the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah.
So you always got to say, yeah, I did say Jerome Brown, Philly girl.
Hmm.
Yeah. Uh, for the secondary, let's go to linebacker. Actually, Jeremiah Trotter, always got to throw him in there.
Okay. Big Trot,
Mhm.
the Hammer.
Yeah. Dang, there's not really any linebackers I know for the Eagles.
What about
Uh,
D'Amico Ryans? Did you like Ryans?
Ryan's, oh yes, yes, yes. He was a beast. So I might have to throw him in there.
We had
Um,
Kendricks.
mhm, yep, Michael Kendricks. We
Hmm.
had him.
What about
We had a couple solid
did you
linebackers.
like Nigel Bradham?
Not yes, Nigel Bradham. When
Hmm.
we signed him in 2016, what was he here for? Like 2 years, something like that. 3, 4 years, couple
Uh-huh.
years.
What
Yeah.
about did you like Tequil Spikes when we had Spikes in there?
Yeah, I would have to say him too. Kill Spice was an animal. He was very consistent too, so I might have to throw him in there. Secondary, I gotta say for safety, I always gotta say B Doc.
Yeah.
That's one of the greatest safeties ever. Um, Cornerback one, bro. Our cornerbacks are so bad. The last decade, it's gonna be hard. But Ryan Allen, what was that guy? Eric Allen?
Eric Allen.
Yeah, Eric Allen for one safety position, he was underrated. Um, and then the cornerbacks I honestly might have to throw Slay in there because these cornerbacks are our cornerback history has been bad. So you might have to throw Slay in there. But Asante Samuel,
Dante Samuels. Yeah.
yes, that's one.
Shout out
Slay.
to Eagle Talk.
Yes, sir. What's up, JC? Um, there's not. Is there another cornerback? Troy Vincent, maybe. Troy Vincent.
Your era, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you want to, we had some great corners. Like,
Yeah.
you got to look at Troy Vincent, Bobby Taylor,
Yes.
Al Harris, Lito
Mhm.
Shepard, Sheldon
Lito Shepard. Yes, I know him.
Brown,
Shepard, and
Brown.
Troy
We've
Vincent.
had some good ones back there, man. We had some pretty good ones, in our day. Just like recently, over the last, whatever, like decade or so, we haven't really been at no
Mhm.
that's been that good.
Yeah, I would have to say.
DRC. I don't know if you're a big DRC fan.
Oh, Dominique Rogers Camardi. Yeah, that's definitely one.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, I know about him. He was an underrated cornerback in his time.
Yeah.
Uh, Yeah, so I'd have to say Vincent, Asante Samuel, Lito Shepard,
Hmm.
and then Troy Vincent. Eric Allen at safety 2, and then Dawkins at safety 1.
Did you ever watch Michael Lewis play?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. Mike Lewis was a good little
Yeah,
safety
I'm
back
I'm gonna
there.
go watch his highlights right now because
That's a Michael Lewis, man. Michael
yeah.
Lewis. See, there were some Eagles had some good players back in those days too. That
Mhm.
were more special teamers. So you got guys like Michael Lewis. Ike Reese at linebacker. Ike Reese, he's the Eagles talk show host. That you see on TV nowadays. Ike Reese was a really good linebacker. We had guys like Corey Simon. Did you remember Corey Simon playing with Donovan McNabb back in those days? Corey Simon was a beast at DT. You know what I'm saying? We got some good players. Like our defense definitely used to be really, really good. And I think our defense now is good too, but we had some monsters on the defense. I think you only gave me though one in. You gotta fill out the in part of the roster.
Um, which one am I missing?
You only said one in, one defensive end.
Oh, one defense.
You
No,
said DT and then
I
you moved
said
up.
yeah, I said Reggie White and Brandon Graham.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, White was a defensive end, and then BG was the other one.
Okay.
So yeah,
What about the freak? Did you like the freak?
who?
Jerome Curse?
Oh, Jerome Kerr.
Oh,
Oh, I thought you said. I'm like, what?
they
The
called
freak.
him the freak.
I forgot him. I forgot that he was nicknamed the Freak. Because like you spend time on those older guys, and then once you start looking at these newer guys, it's kind of hard to like remember those nicknames because
Oh,
you focusing on a whole other team. So
right.
yeah, I remember Jerome Curse. That's a beast right there. He's one of those guys that flashed out back in the day.
What about Trent Cole?
Yeah, that one I forgot. I swear,
Yeah,
I might have to take BG off. I might
that's what
have
I was
to.
always saying. That Trent
Yeah.
might get better than BG.
hmm I
Man,
might, yeah, I might have to throw Trent off. I might have to throw Trent in there and then take BG off.
hmm
So Trent, that dude's a beast.
yeah.
I'm gonna have to throw him in there.
Oh yeah, man. What about your favorite coach since you've been watching?
In Eagles history,
Well, in your yeah, you can do it in Eagles history. Give me the top three coaches that you know of in Eagles history.
Buddy Ryan's one.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta always throw him in there. Doug Peterson, he won us a Super Bowl. You gotta throw him in there. And then I might have to say the guy that won us like that 1980 Super Bowl like not the 1980 ones. I meant to say Andy Reid. My bad.
Yeah,
Andy Reid. Andy Reid because
yeah,
I was
that's
focusing.
probably the best Eagles coach of all time. Even though Dougie
Yes,
got us,
yes.
you
hmm
know, he definitely is still my favorite Eagles coach we've ever had. I even kind of like the Chiefs just because he's the coach. Like it's big.
Yeah,
How can I not? I can't hate on him too much unless he's playing
yeah.
the Eagles.
Buddy Ryan was a genius, so I'm gonna have to go him first, and then Andy Reid too. But I could throw it the either way. It's opposite really. 1A, 1B. It could be either way. But the last one, three, I said Doug Peterson. But if you ever like pay attention to 1980s, that guy who was in the Super Bowl for the Raiders and the Eagles. There's one coach. I don't remember his name, but he was a good head coach.
There.
Yeah.
You're not talking. Oh, you're talking about what was his name? He had glasses, right? Uh,
Yes.
what is his name? It's on the tip of my tongue. I know who you're talking about though. Oh,
Yeah.
and now you got me.
I don't remember his name. It's so weird.
You
Like
got naked, looking bad on camera. No.
yeah, it is the 1980s. That's a long time ago, a pretty long time ago. So
Yeah, he did play. Let's see. We got Buddy Ryan's. We had what is his name? Ray Rhodes. Back in those days, we had wow, he's like right there.
it's
Right
on the
on
tip of your tongue.
It's right
Yeah.
on the tip of my tongue. I do know who you're talking about though. Yeah, he was a good coach.
Mhm.
Vermeil, Dick Vermeil.
Yes, him. Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you. Yes, he was a
I
really good
got it.
coach. Yes, Bill Vermeil. Yes. He was the guy that was in the 1980 Super Bowl. When we what was it the year when we beat the Cowboys in the NFC Championship?
Mm-hmm.
And then we went on to face the Raiders in the Super Bowl. We lost, but he was still a good head coach.
Oh yeah, he's back in
So
Edward.
I might have to throw him in the top four.
Oh yeah, that was a good list, man. That was a good list. Look at her. Look, Philly girl says, "How do you know so much about those players who came before your time?"
I always look back. I always look back at these coaches and what they did, because even though I'm like young, I still know about a lot of my team. If you're not an Eagles fan, then if you're not an Eagles fan and you don't know so much about your team, then what makes you a fan? So I have to go back and look at before my time when we lost the Super Bowl, when we won it, anytime. But yeah, I always think about the future and the late past.
Yeah, this guy know his Eagles, baby. That's
Yes.
why I wanted to get you on here, big play. I'll be seeing you in the comments. You know what I'm saying? You might no guys, listen. Da, 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 da. I'm like, yeah, this guy's got talking some facts right there. This guy's definitely talking some facts, man. Well,
Mhm.
keep up the good work, big play. You know what I'm saying? Keep on grinding out there like you've been grinding. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? If you guys haven't subscribed to Big Play Slate, go ahead and hit him up. You know what I'm saying? Because this boy is definitely tearing it up on this Eagle platform we got going on here.
Yeah. I appreciate you for having me, Bird Gang, man. I respect what you do for the Eagles community. I'm trying to get you in that 200 club.
Me too. I
Yeah.
told you guys the
Yeah.
200. Let me see. I think I got him right here.
Yes, sir.
And hey, if I do it within the next week, I'll put both of them on there. The Dallas Goddard Auto Rookie. This is the one I have on as a Leaf Limited. It's only 25 of them made. Dallas Goddard. When I hit 200, I'm going to do a raffle, and we're going to get his auto rookie, before the season starts. So he's about to blow up, so the car's definitely going up. And then I got this other one. This one's, there's only 20 of these made.
Ooh.
Dallas Goddard Blue Auto Rookie.
That's
So
Goddard in his college season.
Yeah, if we go, if I make it to 20 over the next week, then the raffle's going to have 2 Dallas Goddard Auto Rookie cards to pick from.
That's fire, man.
Get some people. Hey, and like I said, I got a lot of other good cards collected that I'm throwing out there too. I'm gonna probably do one every 100, a raffle every 100. So you have more than one. If you don't make the raffle, you might hit the 300 raffle. But hey, get a man. Get them.
So you doing the
friends? If you like cards, these are all rare and mint condition, baby. I had to think, what was I gonna give out? I'm not giving out any of my jerseys.
Yeah.
I love my jersey.
Especially that Dawkins one. I don't know how Eagles Uncensored got rid of that. That's I don't know if I can do that. That's too much pain and stress for me to get rid of.
Man, I'm definitely not giving out Dawkins, but I do got some awesome cards, and I'm a collector that I only buy cards. I don't really buy packs no more. I had too many lost sets that I used to have that I don't have anymore. So now I just go straight for the player, low number autos of the players. Like I said, when I hit 1,000, I got this $400 Jalen Hurts auto rookie. I'll be auctioning it off when I hit that. So that's gonna be a ways away, but that is the 1,000. That's gonna be my 1,000. I
would love that. I love that. Jalen Hurts auto card rookie edition, man, and it's gonna be so much higher. Because if it's like a year or two in like auctions, then you can get it for so much more. So I'm trying to definitely get in that because I would love a Jalen Hurts rookie edition card.
Like next, I might do like I said for 500. I got a really nice Miles Sanders auto rookie.
Yeah,
doing what I'm saying. But I got some other ones, like I got Kerryon Johnson auto rookie, like jersey cards that are like big and stuff like. I got Gainwell auto rookies. I got Devontae Smith auto rookies. So I'm gonna be mixing them up, having rallies every 100. So you guys subscribe if you like those, J Jaw.
No,
I don't got no J Jaw. I ain't gonna lie to you.
He's smart enough.
Jackson auto rookies that are nice. That might be my 300. It might be my Deshaun Jackson double jersey auto rookie. I think it's only out of 10. So like that's my thing. I like getting all the cards that only have like 10 to 20. I don't really get like maybe 50 would be the highest, of the card because I like it's rare, you know what I'm saying? So no matter what, that card, there's only 20 of them. Like that Ertz rookie, there's only 20 of them in the world. Like you can't even find that card to buy right now because whoever has it's keeping it. You know what I'm saying? So,
hey, Rich MC, no Nate Gary card. No.
Nate Gary auto rookie. I probably can get that for like $2 on eBay. So I like to, hey, Nate, Richie, if you want me to get the Nate so you can get in the drawing, then I'll get
maybe a Nelson Aguilar one too.
Card right there. I buy 3 of them. You like, here you go, Richie, you got 3 Nate auto rookies. Well, all right, we're about to end it too. Thanks, Philly Girl, for stopping by. Thanks for the support. We love you. And till next time. Oh, yeah, wait. Before we go, tell the people that don't know about you where they can find you at.
Yes. You can find me at my channel, Big Play Slay. We just hit 200 a couple days ago. So we're on that road. We're on that road to 300. So let's get there. Subscribe, like, share, do all that. Sub my guy Bird Gang up. I don't know which side he's on. He's on that side. It's hard on the StreamYard app. So yeah, go sub this guy up. Let's get him to 200 too. But yeah, that's where you can find me. And yes, Philly Girl said if I have an IG, yes, I do have an IG. It's Big Play Slay 13 on Instagram. So go check me out on there too.
All right. Well, thank you guys. All you guys in the chat, please hit that like button. It doesn't cost a thing. And we'll see you next time on another episode of BIRDGANG Nation Sports Talk. We out.
Peace out.